We've got our last conversation before we wrap up on the show, and we've got registered dietitian Chris Butwafo here. He is a consultant dietitian at the St. Luke's Clinic, and we're talking about all the eating we've gone to do during the Christmas period, and the things that we've taken in, the smokes and all of. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, Desmond. How you doing?
I'm okay. How's your holidays?
Well, I mean,
you were working?
Great. I wasn't working. I took a break for some few days, but we still went to work.
Okay.
And it was fruitful. I mean, I had lots of fun. I'm looking good today. What's the secret? Is it your birthday?
No, it's not my birthday. We're just starting the year on a good note. But what were some of the things that you saw when you went out that got you thinking,
Well, you know, for festive occasions, a lot of things are done in terms of food.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to eat in a special way or in a specific manner. And we find a lot of people eating high-fat foods, high-sugar foods, and high-cholesterol diets too. And all of these have implications on health. But one thing you need to bear in mind is, within a short period, you know, Christmas was just a few weeks ago. Yeah. On 25th, you can't say somebody will accumulate all the fat, all the sugars in just a day. Somewhere around November, that's when the celebration starts, and it goes through December till January, early part. Yeah. So, I mean, a lot of things were done in terms of, food and diet.
So it means that a lot of people have eaten and have gained weight, you know, over that 2 months period.
Exactly.
People may not take notice of that. They wouldn't know that. As a medidiama, you know, like all of that. So how do they start in the new year, get to maintain their weight, you know, taking out whatever that was accumulated from November through to December?
Well, around January is when you see most people hitting the gym. You go to the car parks and you don't even have a place to park your car.
Okay.
And from research, we've seen that by mid-February, the car parks are empty again. What happens? It's all about sustainability. They know psychologically they've gained a lot of weight throughout the period, the 2 months you mentioned. So there's a way to burn it down through exercising, through healthy diet. But then it has to do with sustainability. They're not able to continue to the end. And that's a big challenge for us today, and we need to focus on that. Yeah,
and I mean, as people try to go to the gym and lose weight, what is healthy weight loss? You know, someone could say that I'm losing weight, but later you see that the person has really slimmed down.
Exactly.
You know? So which one, how do you know that you're losing weight, you know, in the right way?
Well, with a healthy weight, that's a big term to define.
Okay.
What's healthy or healthy status for you might not be for another person. Okay. So then a lot of factors come to play. One, we need to consider what you call the BMI. That's the body mass index. It takes your weight to your height in meters squared. And that tells whether somebody is underweight, normal weight, overweight, or obese. Okay. But for the sake of our discussion, we like to restrict ourselves to overweight and obesity. Yeah. That means the person has excessive body fat than is expected to be. So when that happens, it means we need to aim for a reduction in the fat for muscle mass to also increase. So then BMI categorizes people according to ranges. If it's 18.5 to 24.9, that's normal. Okay. From 25 to 29.9, that's overweight. From 30, that's obesity. In obesity, we have classes. Class 1, 2, and morbidly obese category. Okay. So then just a brief about BMI in terms of weight control.
Okay, so it's subjective. It's you as Chris and me as just one. What I think will be good for me and good for you. That is what determines what is healthy.
Exactly. So in order to curb, this challenge so much, we have BMI for age. You know, from children, from infancy, we have length for age, weight for age. That tells how a child is growing. So normally the mothers who visit the antenatal clinics, you realize in their antenatal books, they have a graph in the middle part, which is showing, which is showing how kids are growing. So the green will tell you where most of the kids in that category should fall. If it goes up, that means you're overweight or obese. If it comes down, it means you're underweight. But these are things we normally don't pay attention to. So I think there's also one we call the Z-score, which is also used in infants to check how their growth is. It's a growth curve. Okay. So then through that, we can know whether the person is in the right BMI category or not.
Okay. And now, in weight loss, is there any particular expectant time? Is there a time frame that you should be able to lose weight in 1 week, in 2 weeks? Because some people I know who have who have lost their 6 packs and have 1 pack, they're expecting that maybe I haven't eaten for a week, or I'm doing this for 2 weeks, I should be slimming down, but they are not seeing it. Is there any expectant time?
Well, in terms of time, right? Realize now, outside, people promise quick fixes, okay? They tell you lose 10 kilograms in a month. But then the question is it realistic? Okay. Is it realistic?
Is it not?
That's not realistic. So then it's just a marketing brand. A lot of people want quick results. So then they end up enrolling on these platforms, and later they come back with chronic conditions that we have to manage once again. So then there's nothing like a quick fix. But the normal for one to lose, from literature, from research and other studies, is normally between 0.5 and 1 kilogram. Maximum 1.34, you should be able to lose. But then those in the obese category, they're able to lose beyond this margin I've spoken to you of. So if you don't have any idea how much you should lose, just bear in mind in a week you're supposed to lose between 0.5 and 1 kilogram per week.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
What are some of the healthy ways that we can lose weight? You know, do you have to starve yourself? What do you have to do?
Since you mentioned starving, let me talk about intermittent fasting. So I don't know if you heard of it. Intermittent fasting has to go with a format, okay? We have the 16-8 ratio. When I say 16-8 ratio, it means you fast for 16 hours and eat within a window of 8 hours. So say from 12 noon till 8 p.m., that's when you can eat. Beyond these times, you don't eat. And that shouldn't go beyond 24 weeks, okay? And we have what we call the 5-2. 5-2 literally means in the whole week, in the 7 days, you fast for 2 days out of the whole seven-day period.
Where okay. That fast is what? Food day fast or what?
Yeah, so on the day of fasting, you're supposed to go restrictive. But then on the days you're supposed to eat freely according to your caloric requirements or your energy requirements per day, which I'll talk about later during the session. Okay,
so this fast, people don't get it confused, not religious fast, otherwise for religious purposes. Exactly, but this one is you not eating as you do
usually do, yes. So it's more like eating at a deficit. That's when you lose. Okay. And what do you consider? You know, we have refined carbohydrates. Talk of the normal table sugar, talk of the sweetened drinks. All of these also would add up to your weight. So it's good for us to try and desist from this whilst we are trying to lose weight. Sorry.
Okay. So if you're just tuning, you're still watching the Morning Rush here on Metro Television. My name is Desifani the Star, but we've got a few minutes to wrap up with registered dietitian Chris Boto. We're talking about weight loss after consuming all the things we consumed during the Christmas celebrations. Now let's talk about how we can lose weight the right way with respect to our eating. Now after Christmas or during Christmas, we've eaten all the food, the pizzas, all of those things. Now, what should we be eating?
What should we be eating? Okay, so moving forward, it's all about planning. How much is efficient? Timing is also key. Why am I saying timing? We realized around the festive seasons, people were eating very late at night because they had to have fun from outside, evening. So it's about timing. Make sure you don't eat very late at night. And if you do, don't sleep right after. Wait at least 2 hours before you go to sleep. Okay. Apart from that too, we talk about physical activity level. You're supposed to increase your activity level. And with the part of physical activity level, it comes with particular roles or patterns that will fit every individual. If you're overweight, if you're obese, there are specific activities you must do. If you have any joint issues or any challenges with your health, you have to seek consult before you embark on any weight loss regimen. Okay. Also, we encourage you to take more of high fiber foods. And high fiber, you find it in the fruits and the vegetables. Talk of fermented foods, which also help with weight loss. Okay, talk of our Hausa cocoa, our normal kinky. I know a lot of people think kinky is heavy and it has more calories, so you don't have to consume it when you're controlling your weight. But it has beneficial nutrients for you to lose weight. Okay. Apart from that, we have what we call prebiotics. Prebiotics are found in onions, in garlic, in leeks, and other vegetables, which would also help us to control the weight after the accumulated one during the festive season.
A lot of people also do a lot of drinks just so not to be consuming the carbohydrates. How about that? Is it healthy?
Drinks, you mean?
I mean soft drinks.
Soft drinks, okay. So that falls in the category of refined carbohydrates, okay? Yeah. Even though some might be branded, no added sugar, no additives, it still tastes so sweet. So question is, what's making them taste so sweet? It's either the fruits are overly ripened or other additives have been added. So it's always good to go for the natural states. For example, if you're going for an apple juice, which is packaged, why don't you go for actual apple, which has fiber, which will also help you control your weight? So these are a few tips we can be doing from day to day to help control or manage our weight. Okay,
great. As we wrap up, exercise is very, very important. Is there any particular exercise that you'd have to do to be able to lose weight so I can start mine?
Okay, so the answer is a straight no. There's no specific
one.
Not at all. So it has to do about with the duration and the intensity of the exercise.
Okay.
We know swimming is good for, aerobic function. But then if you swim for about 2 minutes and someone runs for 10 minutes, would you tell me you burn the same amount of calories? No. So it's all about the duration and the specific activity one is doing. So on the list of activities, you can do brisk walks, you can do swimming, you can do running, you can do jogging, weightlifting. But then you must bear in mind that time is what really matters. How long are you spending on that activity? And how many times in a week are you doing it?
Okay.
That's why we have to aim for at least 150 minutes per week of exercise.
Okay.
So that's a way to also help yourself, lose the accumulated weight.
Let me tap into your consultancy bit. A lot of people are watching the rest of the consultants video. I have to come and see you
Yeah, sure.
back door. But briefly, in a minute, draw a program for us, for our viewers, how they can lose weight, the eating, exercise, and everything.
Well, that's good news for the general Ghanaian populace through St. Luke's Clinic. We are trying to embark on a weight loss challenge.
Okay.
This is just to boost our morale in terms of trying to lose the accumulated weight.
Okay.
And the perfect thing about it is it is free.
Oh.
This is something we are just doing for the Ghanaian populace to show our commitment to healthcare and to their service. So then we are embarking on this as soon as possible. We'll be putting down some hotlines later for them to call. If you like to enroll on the platform, just call us. Or you can go to our Facebook account, St. Luke's Clinic. Okay. Just click on the link and you join the group. And you must be ready. That's the whole thing about it. You must be ready. Because it has to do with a part of lifestyle change. For example, if you're supposed to eat a quantity of food, you must be disciplined well enough to do. And this is goal-oriented because before we do, we check your body fat, your visceral fat, your muscle mass, and how much energy you need from food in a day before we start. This is different from what we normally hear outside, the keto diet, about the quick weight loss plans. This is more goal-oriented. It's attainable. So then if you're ready, you can just join us and we'll be there to assist you. Okay, so if you're ready, just get onto Facebook and St. Luke's Clinic. And we have the hotline too.
Okay, there's a number. Okay, you could just.
So please, if you're watching, the hotline is 055 06 56 134. I repeat, 055 06 56 134. That's our hotline, St. Luke's Clinic.
Okay.
We'll be there to assist you.
So that's the hotline you can call for assistance on the weight loss program. Thank you very much, registered dietitian Chris Watafo. He's with St. Luke's Clinic. Thank you for joining us. Have a great day. So that's it for the show today. On this note, everything that you ate during the Christmas holidays, please start losing. start with the weight loss. Before I go, some birthday shouts real quick, and then I wrap up on the show. This one says that happy birthday to Reverend Father Donatus Palu, a priest at the Christ the King Parish. This is coming from all the youth and parishioners who wish you well and also ask the Lord to lead you to become what God wants you to be. Happy birthday to you, and also happy birthday to Veta Okwoku Doku and Velma Akwele Doku. May the Lord satisfy you with good health and fill you with unending joy. So that's our wrap up the show for today. Many thanks for joining me from 5:30 a.m. right until now. Thank you. We're back tomorrow.